Hi, I'm Peter Haddock and I'm here with Matt Harthill at a very special launch for a mental health survey that you've been a big part of, Matt. But your journey is something that I'm really interested in because you're here today because somebody phoned you up and said, how are you doing? Tell me a little bit about that and then we'll go on to where that's led you to be in your position now supporting other people.
Well, so like, you know, I'm not getting into because I don't want to trigger, but it was a suicide journey. I left the house. I was 20 minutes into my journey to go and end my life, but I was talking about how my friends noticed who I was. I'm not asking us to think about mental health or suicide. It's how my friends noticed that I wasn't okay. So Ian Cave, who's nicknamed the Duke, a scaffolding kind of guy, typical guy, big lad, he noticed I wasn't right, but he didn't know how to talk to me. Ian used to pick me up from my house, take me to jobs and bring me back that I was running. So he used to, and he didn't know how to approach me. So he told Luke Caldicott, who was the transport manager in Birmingham from Lyndon SGB, and he didn't know how to approach me or talk to me. And then all of a sudden, they told Ian Hines, and Ian Hines, he was the one who rang me up and said, Matt, how are you? I nearly said my nickname then. My nickname is George, so he calls me George.
George, that's fair enough. Not to confuse them. So
Yeah.
that's something that we talked earlier about. You saying you didn't realise you had a support network, but then that's that support network going, I don't know how to cope, I don't know how to cope with this. Then somebody actually did,
exactly,
and then talked to you. And you were literally walking to what you say is your potential suicide.
I was going to complete suicide. That's what I was going to do. I was going to end my life. And it's scary when I think about it because I'm one of them people who always if I put my mind to it, I'll do it. Yeah. I'm an ex-soldier from the Staffordshire Regiment, very proud regiment.
Very good. Yes, I'm from Stafford myself.
You know the regiment, very proud. And then all of a sudden, and so I was pretty decent at that. And then I become a scaffolder. I was pretty decent at that. And so whatever I put my mind to, I do it. I started training, doing fights, doing Muay Thai when I was 36. And I started fighting, doing that. And I was okay, I guess, for an old guy.
You know, when you look at yourself, you're a big lad. You know, you can see that. You know, I could put you on a construction site. You know, you could see you there with the scaffolding stuff. But you know, what happened is you had that life change, and then what I'm really excited about is the journey that you then went on. Because actually, unlike other people, folks, and this is why we're here today, you were supported by your business, and then they sort of take you off on the sick time. What happened then, and where are you today? And tell us about the role.
So what happened is, like, I had to get recovery, and I had to get recovery as in I was seeing my counsellor, which my company, Lyndon SGB, had put us forward for. I was seeing her once a week. I wasn't at work, I was on the sick. And eventually I come back into work, but I was working in the yard, sorting out fittings. So I went from an advanced scaffolder to sorting out fittings 1 day a week, but I knew I had to get better. So it was 1 day a week, 2 days a week, 3 days a week. I started paying for my own therapy, and there were still dips. You know, it's not, I still dip now, but the way I deal with it's a million times better. I come in full time. I started becoming a work supervisor in the office. And Ian Hines, who was an MHFA instructor, he taught me how to be a mental health first aider, and that was the first step. And I realised I wanted to help people. And from that journey on, I'm becoming an MHFA instructor for the adult, 2 day, 1 day and half day. I'm a youth MHFA instructor. I'm a suicide first aid instructor, SFA. I do all of it, and I'm supporting, and that's where they come into my job role. I was doing this with working in the yard, but then also it was becoming hard to do both roles. And so Mark Collinson, who's my boss, he's the SHEQ director for Lyndon SGB. He kind of created a role for me to keep doing what I'm doing and going out to do what I do. And I also go out and do, I call them behind the bike shed talks. And
behind the bike shed talks.
So I just go out and I tell them my story and give them whatever options and whatever direction we got in life for people, and understand there's lots of good stuff out there for us to work together with. You know, there's lighthouses, there's construction sport, there's the Causeway Technologies. What we're doing here today is amazing things, and you know, there's that many good things. There's some great companies out there doing some top tier stuff. My own company, and we're owned by BrandSafway, and they do their great stuff, and they support me also. We've got Lendlease, and you know, Anna Evans, and everybody there. There's too many names to mention. We've got Balfour Beatty, and all of these places have had me come in to do the odd bit, like deliver a course and talk and carry on what we're doing.
And so what we've got there, folks, and this is a really fascinating journey for me, because what we've got is a guy who's a typical bloke.
Yeah.
He said to me, look, you're a typical bloke. You know, you used to drink away the anxiety like most men do, you know. And the thing is, that journey, it got to a step wasn't taken, which is great, but then you've got the industry supporting you through this journey. Now, you are a person that is going out there and talking to lots of people, and you've been involved with Trevor Stephen, who's actually done a big survey, 1,439 people that they've interviewed for this survey. But that was talking directly to people, and this is the thing that we're doing now, isn't it, to get this story across. It's so important that we're not just put a poster up, isn't it?
Well, it is, and we've got to all work together. We can't say, oh, these are not doing it. We've got to work together as one. And that's what I really enjoy, is because when I'm saying these places like Lendlease and all these other, we're working together. You know, we've all got our own aspects for work, but we're doing it because mental health's important, and we want to stop people from taking their own lives or going down any path where we don't want to talk about stuff, what's going on.
Absolutely, mental health is life-changing, and certainly, you know, tackling it has been a life-changing thing for you, which is you're reinvesting into the industry. We've got literally thousands of people out there that have got mental health issues. Some of the survey results staggering, the percentage of people that have admitted that they've had mental health problems, over 50%. And so we know as human beings that life is not simple and straightforward. In construction, we need to do more, don't we? So what would you say to somebody listening to this at the end? You've come through the journey, you're here, you can find him on LinkedIn, folks. What would you say to people that is the first sort of step?
Recognise what is your good support network around you, as in, because like when I was saying I had a support network around me and I didn't realise I had one, that was already there. And if you say that word, a lot of people don't want to recognise it because it's giving it a word. Just see who's good in your life, and then also just talk. Yes, it can be a professional, yes, it can do that, but sometimes that first step is just to air whatever's going on. You know, we've got all of this thinking that we shouldn't be talking about this, especially, I'm not being gender specific here, but men in construction don't usually talk, especially when they're of a certain age of myself, and maybe you.
I'm absolutely myself as well, we're similar age, and we don't talk, folks, but this is why I wanted to come here today. I definitely wanted to meet you, and you've got a story which you've shared with people as well, so I'll make sure I get that video and put that into the chat as well. So great to meet you. Thanks very much for talking to me. It is a journey. I know it's an emotional journey. I can see it in your eyes right now, but it's a journey that I'm so pleased you've taken, and the help that you're now giving other people in the industry is going to make a difference. Cheers.
Thank you.